Republican presidential candidate Carly Fiorina joins us right now, live from New Hampshire. Good morning to you, Carly.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing okay. What did you think of Mrs. Clinton saying that Republicans pretty much all coming from the same point of view, that they are hostile to Hispanics?
Well, I think it's entirely predictable, and I think it's vintage Clinton that she would equate not supporting a pathway to citizenship for those who have come here and stayed here illegally. I certainly do not and never have. That she would equate that with hostility to immigration. That's simply false. But of course it serves her political narrative, which is to continue the Democrat playbook of identity politics, lump Americans into various identity groups, make them victims, pit one identity group against another.
Right.
I think it was vintage Clinton in another way. She accepted accountability for nothing. She was not asked a single question about her State Department time, and she blamed the vast right-wing conspiracy for everything.
Sanctuary
We've heard
City,
this before.
Yeah, you know California as well as anybody. You were almost a senator from there and thrived in there in your business career. What about the Sanctuary City question? Everybody on the left is for it. Everybody on the right is not. Who do you think's to blame for this the horrific murder of this 30-year-old woman?
Well, obviously, sanctuary cities are a tragedy of our justice system. But the truth is this: sanctuary cities existed under a Republican administration as well. And I think one of the reasons that people are really tired of professional politicians, 82% of the American people now think we have a professional political class, is everybody talks about solving problems, particularly at election time, but somehow the problems don't get solved. We need our federal immigration laws enforced in every single city, including San Francisco. It's shameful that sanctuary cities exist. Of course we are welcoming to immigrants, legal immigrants. This country was built on immigration. But Hillary Clinton is going to continue to play identity politics, continue to try and run away from accountability for anything and everything she has ever done or not done.
Right. In the meantime, Carly, she seems to be having so much fun with this whole email gate. Did you realize this? Watch this. I love your reaction.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Everything I did was permitted. There was no law, there was no regulation, there was nothing that did not give me the full authority to decide how I was going to communicate. Now, I didn't have to turn over anything. I chose to turn over 55,000 pages because I wanted to go above and beyond what was expected of me, because I knew the vast majority of everything that was official already was in the State Department system. And now I think it's kind of fun. People get a real-time, behind-the-scenes look at, what I was emailing about and what I was communicating about.
Yep.
Oh, good time now. Are you having fun with all this?
You know, what's amazing to me about those comments, as well as the comments about the Clinton Global Initiative that she made and how the State Department relied on the contracts that her brilliant husband had negotiated, she truly does not see a conflict of interest. I think that's clear. She truly doesn't see that this is an issue. She doesn't see that it's an issue that you have a private server in your basement that you've wiped clean. She doesn't see a conflict in the cozy little relationship between the Clinton Global Initiative, the State Department, and foreign governments who had business in front of the State Department. She doesn't see it. And this is vintage Clinton as well. It's sort of like, just trust us. We know best. Honestly, there was nothing to see here, and every question that's raised is part of the vast right-wing conspiracy. But honestly, I think this interview also points out this fact. The media isn't going to ask her questions about her State Department tenure, why she called Bashar al-Assad a positive reformer, why she thought a gimmicky red reset button would stop Vladimir Putin, why she declared victory in Iraq in 2011, why Benghazi was really lied about for a long time, what's gone on in Libya. And so we need a nominee who's going to ask those questions and demand answers on the general debate stage.
Well, we know you'll ask him, and that's been clear. Carly Fiorina, thanks so much.
Thanks
yes, I will.